Are you a kid wondering how babies were made, or where do babies come from? Most likely, adults have told you about the birds and the bees. Wrong. They're all wrong. And I'm here to tell you exactly the process of how babies are made. Are you guys ready? Babies are made through the process of meiosis. Our sex cells, or our gamete cells, meaning an egg coming from your mom or sperm coming from your dad, all start off diploid, meaning they contain 46 chromosomes and 0 sister chromatids. They go through the cell cycle and they start off with interphase, where the 46 chromosomes DNA gets replicated. Now we end off with 46 chromosomes and now 92 chromatids. After DNA is replicated, we're ready to go through meiosis. Now in meiosis, there's two subcategories. There's meiosis 1 and then there's meiosis 2. In meiosis 1, we start off with 46 chromosomes and 92 chromatids. We now go through prophase 1. In prophase 1, chromosomes come together to create tetrad, which is basically a pair of two homologous chromosomes. In prophase 1, these homologous chromosomes cross over, creating diversity between different sperms and different eggs. If you've ever wondered why you look better than your sibling, this is why. Anyways, after we go through prophase 1, we move on to metaphase 1. In metaphase 1, the tetrads line up along the metaphase plate. In this phase, mitotic spindles come out from the centrosomes and attach to these homologous chromosomes to then pull them apart, which brings us to anaphase 1. Anaphase 1 involves the separation of these tetrads to now become back to where they started into these individual homologous chromosomes. After we go through anaphase 1, we now have telophase 1. In telophase 1, a cleavage furrow is formed. With the cleavage furrow, we now have a little indent in the middle, which begins the separation of these two brand new cells. The separation of the cytoplasm of these cells is called cytokinesis. And congratulations, we have now made it through meiosis 1. Okay, now I'm going to give you guys some time to process that. Are you done? Cool. Meiosis 2. In meiosis 2, we now start off with 23 chromosomes and 46 chromatids. So now keep in mind, we have those two cells that we just made from meiosis 1. Chromosomes are unraveling, the nuclear membrane is beginning to dismantle itself so that we can begin to work and divide. Then we move on to metaphase 2, where instead of tetrads lining up on the metaphase plate, we now have individual chromosomes lining up on the metaphase plate. Then we start with anaphase, where the division begins to happen. Chromosomes begin to separate in anaphase. Each sister chromatid becomes its own individual chromosome. After the separation in anaphase, we then begin to move on to telophase, where once again, that cleavage furrow is now forming. And then we finish off with cytokinesis 2, where the cytoplasm has now separated. And look at that! We now have 4 unique individual daughter cells. I hope this video has answered every kid's age-old question of where babies come from.